West, a group of women's safety advocates launched a new effort to fight sexual assaults on college campuses here in the tri-state.
That group outlined its plans today. Local 12's Jeff Hirsch joins us now live at the University of Cincinnati with the details of the plan. Hi, Jeff.
Good evening, Cammie. First of all, I want to stress that while I'm at UC, the issues outlined by this task force cover all colleges in our area and really around the country. And what they're saying, they gave out some pretty scary numbers. They said that among college women, 1 in 5, and among college men, 1 in 16 is going to be the victim of some sort of sexual assault in the time that they are in school and on campus. And the results can be devastating.
I am a sexual assault survivor.
It took Susan Brueggemann a long time to be able to say something like that in public, and just as long to say it to herself in private.
Well, it took more than 30 years.
Brueggemann says she was raped twice, once in high school and once in college, but it was not what she thought rape was.
My understanding of rape at that age was a stranger in an alleyway. I had never heard the word date rape.
But date rape and other forms of sexual assault or harassment on campus are far more common, Brueggemann says, than most people think.
I think we tend to blame ourselves. You know, people blame us. When they find out what's happened, you know, you hear things like, well, what were you doing there? Or what were you wearing? You know, or why were you wearing that?
Today, Brueggemann joined 24 other representatives of social service agencies, universities, and City Hall to announce formation of the Cincinnati Task Force to reduce gender-based violence on campus.
The greatest tool that those who commit gender-based violence have is the silence of the community around them and around the victim.
Susan Brueggemann is silent no longer. She helps volunteers at Women Helping Women, running a support group for victims of sexual assault. So, do you see yourself in them?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Brueggemann's goal is to see that other victims do not lose 30 years of their lives like she did, trying to figure out how to cope.
I am just one person. Now think of the combined lost potential of every survivor. That's the enormity of this issue.
Besides date rape, the task force plans to look into issues such as sexual harassment and stalking, and of course physical violence. You know, while we're setting up, gotta tell you something, while we're setting up for the live chat here, a young man comes up to me. I assume he was college age, says, "What are you doing?" I explained the task force and the issues. You know, he had never heard of the task force, but the first thing he said was, you got to change the culture. You got to change the culture on campuses. And that's really what the task force people were saying too. You know, this is serious stuff. This is not something that, you know, just, you know, kids getting drunk and being kids. This is serious stuff. Live at UC, Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News. Back to you.
And Jeff, it's neat to see the collaboration between the schools. I mean, this just isn't just UC. It isn't just Xavier.
Yeah, there was all sorts of people. UC, Xavier, Cincinnati Christian. There were police officers from on campus, from off campus, social service groups. So it's a very widespread coalition.
Okay, Jeff, thank you. Cincinnati Councilman P.G. Sittenfeld, who formed the task force, says the group plans a public education campaign along with setting up a website where victims can find resources in order to get help.